I jumped off the porch after taking notes. Started making dough and started playing broke.
What up, though? It's your boy Corey. We back here at another episode of Free Game, and today I got my boy Jordan Welch here. And what's the deal, my guy?
What's up, man? Thanks
all
for
right?
having me. Yeah, we're here in the studio. You know, it's been a long time coming. We needed to do this. So.
Yeah, man, for sure. Man, first of all, bro, before we get going, bro, like, I'm proud of you, like, sincerely. From the time I met you all the way up to this point, you know, you've been grinding consistently, and it's crazy watching your growth.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
You feel me? Like, on some real shit. Like,
I appreciate that. It's cool. You know, we met in an interesting way, and we have become friends over this time, and it's been a while now. It's been definitely over a year, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of respect.
Respect
to
you as well.
So, first question I'm going to ask you is, bro, how the fuck did you sneak into that event?
Yesterday?
Yeah, or how'd you sneak backstage of the Bitcoin conference?
Okay. So, yeah, to give some context, 2 days ago, I went to the Bitcoin conference with me and my videographer. Right. My goal there was to interview the most successful people at the event. I was looking for the billionaires, you know. There was all type of people I could have met there, but I was going for the big fish. But I had no way to get back there. I didn't have a media pass. I didn't have backstage, nothing. I had a GA ticket, the regular ticket. So we get there, and the first people on stage are Odell Beckham Jr., Serena Williams, Aaron Rodgers.
Hang on, this is when you first get backstage.
No, when I first get to the event, I'm walking in there right away. I'm like, okay, we can't wait. Like, we can't hesitate. Like, we need to get back there right away.
Mm-hmm.
So within the first, like, couple of minutes, we searched the whole entire place, and we found a little secret entrance. And we snuck through there, and there was a staircase on the inside, and we took the stairs all the way up, and it took us basically directly to the press room, which is where all the big crypto YouTube channels and news channels were all set up. And we didn't have a setup, passes or anything, but I just walked through the door, like, made myself at home. I drank some coffee, like, and then right away I saw somebody that I recognized, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, and I interviewed him. And the story continues. I did interview some other people, but y'all gonna have to see that in the video.
So, man, I was just gonna ask you too. Who'd you get a chance to interview? Just the name.
I won't say the name. It's like a if you know type thing.
Okay.
The person that I interviewed, though, he is the single largest. His company is the largest holder of Bitcoin. They have over 125,000 Bitcoin.
Oh my.
That's like $5.7 billion. They have like 5 times more Bitcoin than the entire Tesla corporation.
That's sick.
Yeah, so
Did you?
I got him.
Oh my fucking.
Just me and him in the room talking, and the way I got it was crazy. But yeah, again, I'll show you the video after, and for everybody else, go check that out.
That's lit. Did you learn anything in particular from O'Leary?
Yeah, you know, Kevin O'Leary, he taught an important lesson. The questions that I was asking was not really from my perspective, more so from my audience, like very beginner, entry-level questions, because I wanted to make something that would help everybody. But he's talked about starting small and not jumping in with a massive investment, and also taking the time to really educate yourself on decentralized exchanges and centralized exchanges, like, for example, Coinbase and MetaMask. Set up a wallet, get familiar. He gave a good introduction to cryptocurrency, so I think a lot of people will find value in that clip.
That's awesome.
Hopefully we get some views on it, too.
Maybe you will.
Yeah.
So last thing, how was the yacht party?
The yacht party was a lot of fun, man. So I went there. I got invited by my friends Brian Zhang and Nate O'Brien.
Okay.
They're really good guys that I've got to meet in this YouTube game. And they just sent the invite to me, and I said, of course, I'm going to be there. And I got to meet some new people as well. Man, it was a great time, really. I love doing stuff like that because most of my time is spent like at home, just by myself working or with my family or like close friends. So it's fun to meet new people, is what I'm saying.
That's what's up. So let's start like from the beginning. Like, what did you do originally? Like, I've been watching a lot of your earlier videos and a lot of videos that's going on today, and you know it's super interesting your grind from the beginning. But like, what did you do originally to invest into your business, especially when you like ran out of your first $1,000? I remember you telling me about that.
So how far back are you trying to go?
Like 2018, 2017.
Okay, so
type
with
shit.
e-commerce.
Yes, with e-commerce.
Yeah, so I mean, I pretty much went all in.
Mm-hmm.
There was no like plan B. Like I was basically finishing up my first year of college. Wasn't really feeling that lifestyle. Even though I did work hard when I was in school and I got pretty much straight A's, I knew that like that's not what I was trying to do. I just wanted to see if I could actually get good grades. But anyways, it was like a challenge. But when I got to the summer break, bro, had no money. The only money that I had was from a refund check. You know what a refund check is?
Of course.
Yeah, so I got the refund for the student loans, which is not your money. It's the government's money, but
sure.
I was like, I'll take it. So I was like, okay, I could use this for a fun summer, travel, do stuff with my friends, or I could try to build a business. And I chose the latter option. And it was a very hard time. I partnered with a close friend of mine. I don't want to say it was a hard time. When I look back in those times, it was actually kind of like nostalgic. Like I was excited getting first sale, building the store, staying up all night watching Facebook ad videos. So no, I'm not gonna say it was a hard, sad time. Like these are actually good memories because these laid the groundwork for where I'm at today. Yeah.
So I noticed that like in some of your videos, you said you didn't spend any money on courses in the beginning. It was like mostly self-taught.
Yeah, I didn't have the funds to do that. I just didn't like. There were only a couple people doing it at that time too, and all the courses were like $1,000. That was the sweet spot back then. $997. That was my whole budget. So I'm crazy. And then also, I hate to just put this out there. I don't condone this at all, but like it's out there. If there's ever a piece of content that you really need to see and you really need to find, it's out there somewhere. And you could always buy in with another person and split it up, you know. If you're broke and you really want to get into some content, like there's ways to get access to it. But I just used YouTube. I just used the free resources that were available to me. Channels like Sebastian Gomez, Franklin Hatchett, Facebook groups, Ecom Empires was a great one with this guy, Nick Peroni, Beyond Six Figures with Justin Wall. Like these communities I spent a lot of time in when I was first starting, and that taught me what I needed to know to begin.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think is the mindset someone new should have, like starting a Shopify brand or running ads, like either a new brand owner or just someone new in particular getting into Shopify?
Yeah, I think you should be prepared to fail, right? Like you know this in your journey, like you're not gonna hit it. It's gonna take a while for you to really see progress. Like this business is very competitive. There are lots of people trying to do it. There are people at a high level doing it. So for you to succeed is very possible. There's so much opportunity, but you have to work and get to that level. And it takes time to get to that level. And when I say that level, I mean website design, product selection, marketing, copywriting, editing videos, running ads. You don't need to be a pro at all these things, but you definitely need to understand them if you are to see some success in this game.
For sure. So definitely like be prepared to fail with some things.
Yeah, that's how you learn. You know.
For sure. And then like how did like you got your own brand as well?
Yes.
So like what was the process getting to your first six figures with that, like from 0 to 100,000?
Well, I started it on what I like to call a hybrid store. So it's like a general store, but with a very clean branded design, kind of focused on one main broad category. So I did it in the home niche, basically products for your home, because this was really when COVID was coming around and a lot of people were stuck at home. So I was testing a bunch of products. Like I did all type of like home decor, decorations, like home enhancements, like, and they all were really flopping. But then I saw this other product, and it was more of a tech-based product, and it still applied to the home niche. And I was like, this is good. It had like 9 million views on Facebook, but the video quality was terrible. Like it was very low quality video, like 240p. Like the website was not good. So I saw that as an opportunity. So then I have been editing videos for a while, and that was not my first dropshipping store or a Shopify store. So it only took me a day to launch a product page and a video ad and a campaign. So I did that in a day. And then by the next day, the product was doing very well.
That's dope.
And
by very well, what do you mean?
Like it got to like $200 a day off of like $20 in spend, $30 in spend. So I was like, okay, this could be good, really good.
Mm-hmm.
So right away, I ordered it on Amazon, the most similar one I could find. And then I made my own video ad. And that video was performing twice as good. So my ROAS doubled, my cost per click went down. And then I just basically was like, okay, now I can scale this up. I'm not worried about getting banned. I have my own video. Nobody else has this video. Put my watermark and just start spending more money. And the product just kept growing continuously. So that's when I made the decision to say, okay, we're not even going to do the hybrid store anymore. We're just going to rebrand and focus on this product.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like the first 100,000.
That's lit. Now, what about from going from there to the first M?
Yeah, so that's definitely, it's a good question. And I'm glad you brought this up. So it's like a lot had to change. So to go from 100,000 in sales to $1 million in sales, your focus, at least I'm gonna speak for myself, my focus had to shift from marketing mainly to actually making a great product and making sure that the customers were happy with the product when they received it, like the experience. And that's the thing that we started focusing on. So we actually maintained the same level of revenue for a while on purpose, so we could just take those small profits we were making of $100 a day, $200 a day, and just like use that as a safety net, and also to reinvest into inventory and product development and hiring a team. So I hired customer service and a manager, and then I started working with an agent in China. So he found me a better quality version of my product. He helped me put my logo on there, even though it was the first iteration wasn't amazing, but it was still our own product. And that's when I started to scale up a little bit more. And you know, that cycle continues. Like you have an idea of how big you want to go, you push for it, and then you just keep kind of going. But
For sure.
there were a lot of ups and downs. Like I had to hire a customer service. I mean, I had to fire a customer service rep that I had. She was just doing a really bad job. So we dealt with a backlog of stuff from that. The very first 2 iterations of my product were actually worse than what we had before, because I had the wrong idea. And then we had to backtrack from there. So like in this process, it's like this, like you're up and then you're falling, and then you're up higher, and then you're falling, and then you're up higher, you know?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, what are some like for someone trying to get from, let's say, like 50,000-60,000 that they did in their store last year up to it, and what do you think is a couple key principles you think they need to apply?
Yeah, I think you need to be on multiple channels of advertising. Not right away. First, you should dial in on one, like master one, get consistent results, consistent profits from one. But once you reach that level, I think it's definitely worth it to try to get on other platforms, because this allows you to stay more consistent. And consistency is really the thing that I think a company is valued on, like consistently making profits, consistently having good reviews. Like that's the thing to go for. So I would say that. And I would also say thinking of ways to expand your offer. So like you could have a $20 product right now and making a killing with it, but what if you had a bundle on your website that made it $40 average now on your site? With the same amount of traffic, you just doubled your business. And you know, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. So think about maybe those 2 things.
So I know you're thinking about, you thinking about selling your business here for, pretty soon, right?
Yeah, that is the decision that me and my team have come to. Yeah.
You open to talking about it a little bit, or you want to wait?
Yeah. I mean, it's not done yet.
Right.
And the person that I'm speaking with now hasn't confirmed that they're buying it, but I've been working with a broker for about like 6 months now. And it's been a process of going through all of our numbers, all of our analytics, everything. And it's progressing to the point where I think it can happen soon.
Which is dope, bro.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how does someone go about, okay, now like they've already scaled their brand up. How do they go about trying to sell it? Like, just, I don't know.
Well, you could put it on the Shopify exchange. You could put it on Flippa. These are 2 websites that you could literally just list your business right away and people will buy it. I think this is good for businesses that are a little less successful, meaning like they are doing well, but they're not like at a high level. So 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 sale price.
Right.
But if you're trying to get hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars for your brand, people aren't going to buy it with their credit card in an exchange, So what I learned from a friend who sold his business was that I needed to get a broker, and he recommended me to a company, and their name is Website Closers, by the way. And
that's dope.
yeah,
Appreciate you.
they helped me out. They did a full audit of my business before anything, and we're gonna see, hey, can this sell or can this not sell? Then they tell you the honest answer, and they said yes to me. And then they get an evaluation. So they run all your numbers, and they tell you, based off other businesses that we've sold, based off your numbers, this is how much your business is worth. And then they have a large library of people who buy these businesses or are interested in buying these businesses. Dope. And they kind of push it to them. And they have a website. They promote your business, basically. And then they take a percentage of the overall sale.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So, you know, I'll like the more I was watching your videos, bro, I really love Viral Vault, bro. Like I really wish back like in 2018 when I was really trying to figure this shit out, like that, like I knew about that. It was around, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, it wasn't around in 2018.
I know.
So.
I know. Like but man, could you imagine though? Because like you were really helping people who want to get started in the most simplest way possible.
Yeah, and we get some crazy stories. Like the other day, like last Friday, because I go live in my group every single Friday, so I'm always talking to the people in there and answering their questions. And one of the guys, his name is Riz, he actually told me that he had quit his job. Like he started working with Viral Vault. Not working with, but he joined Viral Vault, started testing our products, following the training, and after about like 2 months, he found his first winning product, and now he scaled up past 100K a month.
Damn.
And he quit his job in under a year. So, you know, not everybody does that. It's much deeper than just Viral Vault and the training. It really comes down to that person and how much work they put in. But it happens, and it's happened many times over the last couple of years. I mean, I could text right now 20 people on my phone that will tell you the same story.
That's gone from 0 to 6, like 0 to 100K.
I've had
like
6 and 7 figures and 1 8-figure.
You have a person who hit 8 figures out of Viral Vault?
They're low key though.
That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
I ain't know that shit.
Yeah, they surpassed me, but it's not just Viral Vault again.
Yeah,
like
again, it is that the hustle of that person.
Yeah, and we give them the platform to launch, but it's very much a beginner tool. So to get to that 8-figure level, there's a lot more knowledge that needs to go into that. And you know, I want to make something for that demographic soon too.
What for like more advanced people?
Yes.
What would you have in mind?
It's the secret project that I told you about. Yeah.
Okay. The Viral Vault 2.0?
No. It's a different thing.
Well, let's talk.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna hold off on it until I release it. But I already told you what it was, so yeah, we'll skip that for now.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, like, so how? You know I was gonna ask this, but like, how did you become a millionaire by the age of 24? Like, what do you think was a combination of things that got you to this point from where you were at even like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
I mean, I don't know. There's just so many things, bro. It's all I ever really wanted to do was build a business and, you know, make videos and create stuff. And like, it's all I've done since I was like very young. So, to be honest, I am hard on myself because I kind of want it to happen faster. But no, I'm joking. But I feel good, man. And like, there was a lot that went into it. I mean, I failed on so many businesses in high school because I started this game around like 14 years old. Like, I was playing video games like competitively, and I met some friends that were making money doing that. So I tried doing that. Then I started editing their footage and putting it on YouTube. Then I started taking that money and reselling sneakers. I started a clothing brand. Like, I could just go on and on with all the things I've tried in my life. So it was only a matter of time until something works, right? Like, you could have so many at-bats, but like eventually you're gonna hit the ball, right? So yeah.
Man, let's start from the top, bro. Like what was your first business like when you were younger? Like the very, very first one.
The first legitimate business was my clothing brand called Retrospect Clothing. Before that, I had tried to make money online with various things, but this was the first like time where I was like, a name, I'm going to create a product, I'm going to make a website, business, you know?
So like, how old were you when you started that?
I always say different like number because my memory is kind of bad. It's like 15, 14 around when I was a freshman in high school.
You was a
So
freshman in high
14,
school.
15 years old. Yeah.
So like where were you like where were you getting the products from? Like how'd you even get like tell me about it?
I used to use Photoshop because of, like I said, I was doing the editing and stuff. So Photoshop, Premiere, all type of computer projects and stuff like that was fun for me. So I was creating designs like just for fun of like a mock-up shirt, and I made something that I liked before I had the idea of doing a brand. And I was like, okay, maybe I could just try to create one. So I started looking online where to get a blank t-shirt from, and I found a supplier. In hindsight, I made the wrong decision, but I found like the most expensive, highest quality supplier and ordered like 20 of the shirts because I wanted to have a good product. And then I took it to a local screen printing company. Actually, my mom took it there because I told her I wanted to do it. I found the screen printing company. I emailed them, but I couldn't drive, nor could I like get out of school. And my mom worked right by the screen printing place. So she actually took the shirt and brought it into the place.
Shout out my dudes.
I never actually even met the guy who screen printed my clothes, but that's another story. But anyways, yeah, so we created it, and I had like 20 pieces. I put it on a website, made an Instagram page. This Instagram was early on. This was old Instagram. And I posted on my, there was no story, but I posted on my Instagram and got my friends to go follow it. And yeah, I sold all 20 of them.
That's dope.
It took like a week, 2 weeks, but I was doing marketing, bro. I was on Facebook groups where people buy shoes and shirts and stuff, marketing the shirt. I was doing a giveaway on Facebook, like raffle, like I was doing everything.
How'd you learn about all like? It's crazy that you were doing all this at 14 as a freshman in high school. Like, how'd you even understand giveaways and how to leverage them for it? Like, where'd you even?
Because I've been on the internet my whole life. I've been watching FaZe Rug and all these people doing giveaways on YouTube since I was like, 12 years old. Like, so it's just, it's just a world that I was living in. None of this stuff was like it was not weird to me. I knew what it was. Like, I knew about marketing. I watched Shark Tank. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I was just in that world. It was not like I had to. Different. It wasn't like I went out of my way to say how to promote a clothing brand. It was just like these are ideas that I just tried that I wanted to do.
And then where'd you go from there? Is it, like after 14, 15, then what? Like for the next bit? Because like I remember it was a list of businesses that you had named out of my crib.
Yeah. So after the clothing thing, at the same time I was selling sneakers. That's how I got enough money to even start the clothing brand in the first place. I'll buy a shoe on release day, resell it, make a couple profit. And then I stacked up a good amount of money, and I was like, let me start buying rare shoes. So I started picking up like crazy sneakers. Like I had some Galaxy foam posits, Supreme foam posits, like Championship Pack, LeBrons, Yeezys, crazy shoes. Back in the day, those were crazy. And I would just buy them online on like Facebook groups, negotiate the price, take better photos of the shoes, promote them better than the other person, and flip them for a profit. And I was working my way up, but it was very slow money. I think the coolest part of that was that I would wear the shoes one day to school and then put them back in the box and then sell them. So like it looked like I had the craziest shoe collection, but I never had any of these shoes for real. But yeah, then I took that money from the shoes. And I wanted to do something like bigger, like for the whole city. This is a podcast, so I'm like always trying to rush on YouTube, but I want to explain how I really leverage this.
Okay.
So while I was selling shoes, I realized that there was no local Facebook group. Facebook groups were the most popular way for shoes to be sold online at that time.
Okay.
So I made a decision to say, okay, we need a local Facebook group. We need it to be good. And there was one already. So I was like, okay, if I can run this Facebook group, I'll be selling all my shoes and I'll be able to do bigger things with this audience. So I communicated with the admins of the group and I was able to like work my way into that. And I became like one of the leaders of the group and I was like the youngest one in the group.
That's fucking crazy.
And that's when I had the idea with the money that I made from the shoes to say, okay, I'm going to do a sneaker convention. And I was like, we're going to rent out a venue. We're going to get everybody from this group. It was like 3,000 people. Try to get everybody from this group to come to the convention. Not everybody, but some people. And I promoted it. I got the venue locked in with all the money I had. We promoted it all over the Facebook groups. And a lot of people showed up. Like 200 people showed up. And I was like 16 years old. So I'm in this big old convention center. And all these people came. And I was like, okay, entrepreneurship, this is it. This is the thing. Yeah, this is what I want to do.
That's lit, man.
Unfortunately, though, We did not make money on that event. It looked cool. The whole day was nice, but when we finally counted the change, it was not it. Not it. I was confused too, boy. I'm like, we came home with a stack like this, and I got the ticket sales on my phone, and I'm like thinking I'm gonna be excited, and that was one of the first big L's I ever took, because even though it's such a big W, the devastation and pain that I felt from that loss, I really think that ignited my flame to like keep going. Maybe if I had such a success that day, it might have like actually harmed my career.
Yeah, because you might have taken your foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
But that shit made you hungry, huh?
Yeah.
Where'd you go from there? That's crazy, man. Yo early entrepreneur career is fucking insane, man. It's more than most people accomplishing.
Well, it didn't feel like that though at the time, and like even now it still doesn't. I guess it's just because my life and it's my experience. But like I always felt like just not like I was doing it. Maybe the money was a part of it, you know. Like my mom and my stepdad at the time, like I was living with them, and they both worked really hard, and they provided for us, but like we didn't have it like in any type of like luxury way at all. Like I used to always like love going to my friends' houses. I never used to like invite people to sleep at my house, like just like weird mental things, you know, just growing up around people with a lot of money. A lot of my I see people at my school with money, and it's like I want to do that one day, you know. So I think that really like ignited the fire for sure.
For sure. So what's next after the what's next after the convention? Like, all right, we threw this, 200 people came. That's a dub, but really when I'm counting up, it's an L. How you bouncing back from
Well,
that?
first off, my business partner, I'm not even going to get into it, but he folded on me crazy.
Shit.
That's a big reason why I actually took a loss on the event, because we were supposed to split the money from the event 50-50. But at the end of the event, he tried to play something along the lines of like, oh, well, I need to take the other 50 because of the work I put in or something like that. So it's not that he took all the money, but he really tried to like, and he was older than me. And like he had been an entrepreneur for longer than me. So he tried to do the whole big dog thing. So, yeah. But anyways, after that, I said I was hungry, but it really hurt me, bro. I took a break. Like, I definitely took a break. I was like, okay, you know, I'm still kind of young. Like, I just want to like, you know, live my life. So I probably started playing a lot more video games. I played basketball. I was really bad at that, but you know, I just hung out with my friends. Like, I enjoyed some high school. Yeah,
that's what's up.
But as I got closer to graduation, I hadn't had any money. I only worked one job ever in my life, and it was when I was a senior in high school. I had no money. I wasn't working in business anymore because like I took a break from that, and I was like in desperation mode. Like I need some money. So my mom, she hooked me up with a job, and that made me realize that was not the path. Yeah, I lasted a week.
What was the job?
I was a busboy.
How'd you quit?
I just stopped going.
That's what he said.
I texted him though. Like it was like a peaceful sign off.
Like, hey, I don't think this is gonna work out.
Well, it was after he texted me.
Yeah. Well, like, where the fuck are you at?
Yeah, kind of. And I was just like, oh, sorry, I won't be coming anymore.
That's funny as shit, man.
Yeah.
So all right, so okay, work your first job. This is L. Where we go from here?
So now I gotta get some money. So this is when I got more creative than ever. I started going on Craigslist, and I would post like tech support. So I would say like I do tech support. I fix anything. I can fix your laptop, TV, whatever.
Did you know how to do that shit?
No. I kind of though. Like bit. You know, I was my mom, Jordan, the internet not working. You know I'm there.
Right.
Turn it off, turn it back on. Boom, I look like a magician.
But for the most part, we got to figure this out. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I would just call them, or they would call me. I would ask them their problem, write it down, look it up on Google, Reddit, any forums I could find the solution to the problem, maybe buy the part necessary and pull up and fix it. I'm gonna tell you, that's what Geek Squad be doing too. They do the same thing. You know, they just got a catalog of information. So I did it. It was a little weird because I was like young and like pulling up to strangers' houses. So, you know, my mom's a G for letting me do that, because that's like like going into their houses for hours at a time, random Craigslist strangers. I have some interesting experiences, but nothing bad. But yeah, I got some money from that. Ended up finishing high school. I had to go to college though.
You said that wasn't an option, huh?
What do you say?
What, like your mom was like?
It wasn't
you
my
going
mom.
for
It was just like, yeah, I had made some money doing tech support, but I don't want to do that shit for the rest of my life at all.
Right.
And it wasn't a lot of money, and it wasn't enough money to get my own place
For
or
sure.
even my own car. So I'm still kind of bummy.
I got you. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get on. Let's try to figure something else out.
Yeah, and I wanted to go and try the dorms and get out of my home.
I feel that.
Not like I was in a rush to get out, but like you know how it is. You want to leave the nest.
Of course. I mean, college was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Shit was turned up for me.
Yeah, tell me more about your college experience.
I mean, just basketball and parties. I ain't gonna lie.
That sounds like fun.
I mean, shit, and lots of weed.
Yeah, mine was like video games and homework.
Bad. In school, I never got an A in any class, not even gym.
Really?
Like, it's crazy.
But how you get a B in gym?
Even
I got an A in gym.
They was hating on me.
That's crazy. You must have dunked on the teacher or something.
I don't know what I did to her bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, shit. Well, but I mean, let's keep it rolling from there though. Like,
yeah.
I mean, shit. You in the dorms? I mean, what's popping? I mean, was you partying? Would you like?
Well, when I first got to college,
like? Yeah.
I went to Florida Gulf Coast University, FGCU. And I got to give them credit because they have really nice dorm rooms. Like, dude, we had a 3-bedroom apartment type deal going on. And it was cheap. It was the cheapest college in Florida, like cheapest good college in Florida. So I was like, good place, good dorm. And it's the only place that accepted me too, let's be honest. But
you didn't have good grades?
Not in high school.
Really?
They weren't bad, but my problem was that I never studied for the ACT, SAT. I saw the standardized at the end really threw me off. I didn't write the letters I just didn't try. I didn't try.
I feel that.
Yeah. But when I was in the dorm room, it was good. I mean, this is not the exciting part of my life. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I lived with one of my best friends, Burke. Him and we just used to play video games all the time. It's literally all day. He had a sick car. I remember he growing up, his family, like they did well in their careers. So he had like a sick ass car. So that was the first time I ever got to drive something crazy. I was getting to ride in it every day. We would go get food and stuff, but it was very normal life. Nothing exciting. I was not doing business at all. I was just focused on school. But deep down, I knew there was a deeper purpose.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, I know I just been talking all business shit, just asking you all questions, digging about, I mean, but you didn't done a lot, bro. Like, I feel like, I mean, you got a lot of subscribers on YouTube, so it's a lot of, I'm just saying, like, I think it's a lot of guys that is in our community who's 13, 14 years old, 15 years old, in whatever situation that they in, trying to find a better way, and they can literally, like, watch your videos and figure out a way to elevate themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Thanks for saying that.
It's powerful. I mean, shit, bro, it got to be said.
Yeah.
So
that's the goal, man. That's the goal. I mean, and it's for everybody too, because even the older crowd too that's watching the videos, a lot of times people hit like 30 years old, 40 years old, and they're like, well, I can't do nothing now.
Nah, man, you can't have that mindset. It's never too late.
It's so popular, though. A lot of people really hit a certain point, even mid-20s, and they're like, well, now it's like, but if you feel like deep down you got more, you got to chase it.
For sure. I mean, but I think a lot of that has to do with the people that are around you, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you got, like, a bunch of negative motherfuckers around you, you know what I'm saying, who think they can't do anything, they gonna tell you can't do shit either.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
you got to learn to tune it out and surround yourself with others. But at the start, it was kind of like that for me. I mean, my mom, she was riding with it. She was supportive the whole time. But, I mean, I've had some criticism from other family members at the start and family friends and other people that did not believe in this vision at all.
Were there any people, like, was there a time where you ever had to just separate yourself from people just to focus on you? Or
well, I think it was kind of like a destiny fate moment, because something happened in my life when I was in college. Like right as the year of college ended, like I said, when I was coming back home for that summer and I had the refund check and I was starting to build a business, I was sitting out in the porch of my house with my father and his friend, and we were just bullshitting, talking, whatever. And I had made the comment that, like, when my business pops off, like I'm gonna drop out of college and I'm gonna go live in Los Angeles. Like, and this guy, I'm not gonna name him. We're not even gonna spend too much time on this. But the way he came back to me was like, he started laughing at me and he started telling me like, yeah, right. Like that's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Like you need an education. Like where you come from, you need an education. Like you need to have that. Like if you don't have that, you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think so. And then he was like, oh well, you know. He started laughing and said it in like a sarcastic way, like, okay, well, maybe one day you'll be partying with Lil Yachty, but until then, I don't want to hear nothing. Like, basically saying, like, you're not going to do it.
Right.
And I have been to a party with Yachty twice.
That's the funny part. I was thinking, man, you probably did fuck around a party with Yachty, too.
That had to happen, you know. I don't know him at all. We never met before, but I have been at the same parties as him. Yeah, so it just, like I said, it's kind of funny how life works. But, yeah.
The irony in that shit.
For real. And I still have yet to speak another word to that man, so.
I mean, but that just goes to show you, bro.
Not my father, by the way, his friend, just so we're all clear on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, for me, I had to separate myself from, like, everybody.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, for real.
Yeah, I had that moment, too. But not everybody. It was never everybody. There is always some core people that have stayed in my life.
Yeah. For me, it's been seasons. Well, I mean, now, like, you know, the core guys I got around me now, they've been around me since when I started taking this business shit very serious.
Yeah, you have a strong team, and your ability to lead a team is impressive. I tell you that already, but yeah, it's like I think one of your strongest qualities that you got to lean on.
I appreciate that, man. Shit, I hope we keep growing. To be honest with you, shit, just got to keep grinding.
For sure.
You know? But shit, what's some that watch video was fucking dope.
Oh yeah, with Mike Arm Plug.
Hell yeah.
I'm really proud of that video too. I like the videos where we interview, we tell stories. Like I really like that stuff.
What are some things that you learned about the watch game? Like two just key things that you never knew before linking with him and kicking with him.
I did actually know a little bit about watches before. I just hadn't bought one. You know, I'm around entrepreneurs all the damn time, and they all talk about watches. So I did know some, but it really confirmed to me that a watch can be an investment. It doesn't have to be a bad flex purchase every time. You can buy a watch. You can wear the watch for a year, 2 years, and sell the watch at a profit or at break even or even at a small loss. And you still got to wear the watch for 2 years for a $500 loss or a $3,000 profit, or you never sell it. If it's something you really like and you want to pass it down to your family, your children, whatever it is, it's an investment, you know. I also learned not to put like any type of diamonds in the actual watch after you buy it. You should only buy it if the diamonds are already on the watch. But you know, that's just things that.
Why is that?
Because the value will stay if it's the factory diamonds. If you change the watch and put other aftermarket diamonds on it, it can affect the value of the watch.
Does it normally affect the value of the watch?
Yeah, almost always.
Like negatively?
Negatively. Not that it goes down. It's not that it goes down. It's just that it's like it's not as appealing to everybody. It only is appealing to the people who want the aftermarket bust down version. A lot of people want to just buy the watch and, you know, keep it as their own. So, but people buy bust downs all day, you know. It's just our people.
Yeah, I mean, shit, niggas love to flex.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'll probably get you know, some more watches, but for now, this first watch, I was very happy to get it, and you know, probably just hold on to it for a while. I'm not trying to like flip it or anything. You
a really good storyteller, bro. How'd you like, you know, like it's interesting. Like a lot of your videos in the beginning, you can tell like you was grinding, bro. You know, like. I mean, with the e-com grind and just being very transparent about what's going on, different things about mindset, you know?
Yeah, you went back, huh?
Yeah, bro, because, like, I mean, like, I met you, like, I mean, you didn't, like, evolve into the Super Saiyan Jordan, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, like, I met you kind of later on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wanted
Sometimes I feel like I evolved. You
did evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you did. Yeah. I mean, bro, I mean, like, you see it in your hairstyles.
Yeah, that's how I be feeling too. This man saved my dreads, by the way, y'all. But yeah, he put me on game with that. But yeah, I really do feel like I have come a long way. But it was a grind, the channel at first, because I was really just educating and trying to share as much info as I can. And that's good, but like I learned eventually that like people like that stuff, but they really want to see more about you and like your story and your processes, and like not just sit down one clip long video. Like, and then I took it a layer deeper by like saying, okay, what people really want is a story. They want to follow a story.
How'd you figure that out?
I think the biggest thing was being around other successful YouTubers that really broke this down for me. So I didn't have the resources. I mean, I didn't have the subscribers to be in the rooms with some of these people. It just didn't happen. But I found this thing called Creator Now. This guy, Eric, good YouTuber. I met him before as well. He created it. And basically, you get to pay to join a community of YouTubers. So there's beginners and there's high level experts that will like review your channel, give feedback. And I just started studying from them. But more importantly, I started reaching out to them inside of the community, because now it's not a DM. It's like they're going to see it. So I was able to connect with some really good people and have them just rip apart the content I was making and get some feedback and talk about what's missing in this world. And that's what opened me to digging deeper. And now I feel like I've developed my own approach to making videos in my own style. But back then, things like that really helped. Yeah.
What's some of the critiques that they gave you that you took and you implemented?
The packaging of the video is the most important part.
By packaging of the video, what do you mean?
Well, it's not the most important part, but it's one of the most important parts. The packaging of the video is the title, the thumbnail, and the hook of the video.
Okay.
Basically, like, this is your opportunity to show them what this video is about. Is it good or is it bad? Because if that is not there, nobody will ever click on the video. All that matters on YouTube, from my understanding, I learned this from Mr. Beast, Logan Paul says this, Eric says this, is very common, is getting people to click the video and getting people to watch the video, because then YouTube makes more money from the ads. So it's like, it's feeding that system by telling stories and making entertaining videos that people watch to the end. Yeah. But there's a lot of little things that go into that. Having a great intro, telling the story in the video, having good pacing, music. But more importantly, I think it's just creating what's authentic to you.
Mm-hmm. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I mean, off the top of my head, those are like all the questions off the top of my head I for sure wanted to ask. Yeah. You know, I mean, anything after that, we just sitting here kicking it for real, bro, to be honest with you.
It was good. I mean, we want to tell them about the last one we did and how much of an improvement this one is.
Yeah. What do you think?
This is 10 levels, 100 levels ahead of what we did last time.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's dope.
We did a podcast at Corey's apartment, and that was cool because he's got a nice place here in Miami. But it was not really set up. The mic audio was bad because there's airplanes and trains and automobiles everywhere. So, you know, I think here we had a great conversation and got into a lot. So.
Oh man, not to mention, bro, we lost half of the fucking film too.
Of course.
Bro, yeah. I didn't even realize
it. This was meant to be. And we're still recording, as you can see over there. So, yeah, you know, we're good.
Man, so I mean, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
you know,
no doubt.
Like taking the time, and then like even at night, like just telling me different things where I could have been better. You know, just sitting there, just giving me game. Like how I always feels like, bro, like it don't like with anything new, you can't be scared of what people gonna think. Just jump into the shit. You know, just try it, and like once you start walking down that path, like people gonna help you. No one wanna, you know, especially like you love like making videos, you know what I'm saying?
And you know, yesterday is a great example of what you're saying, because at this yacht party that you mentioned way before, the whole boat was full of YouTubers. And these are like people that are successful on YouTube, like hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Some have 1 million+ subscribers. And they showing love to me because they can see the effort that I'm putting in. And I think that's the biggest thing that people respect is effort. It's not about you being the best right away. It's just that you're trying and you're trying to get better. People respect, everybody respects that. From at the highest level to the lowest level, everybody respects effort.
Yeah, that's dope. And you know, like that respect to pull you along a long way. You know, people be willing to give you game.
Man, I got so much game yesterday. Like, and that's exactly right.
So what are some things that you learned yesterday?
I mean, it is all kinds of stuff. I don't know if we can even go super deep into it. Just so, you know, one of the best things I learned yesterday, and maybe we can wrap after this because I think it's a good time to do so. One of the best things I learned yesterday is about, you know, YouTube building a community. And my friend Elliot told me about this. He has 1 million subs, and his subs are very active. Every time he posts, no matter what the video is, they're gonna watch the video, which is what I'm trying to get to. And he was saying every comment that you see, that you can get to, reply to it, heart it, like it, show people that you're actually there and you're real, and it's not just like this guy and me at the bottom, like if YouTuber and subscriber down here. It's like we're on the same, and we're all together. Now people really will be there every time, and they'll connect with you. So I'll be replying to more comments on my channel. You know, make sure to click down below, subscribe, go watch the new video, whatever it is. You might be watching this 3 years later, but yeah, subscribe.
Yeah. So I mean, there you got it. Work on this outro again. Shit. Thank y'all for watching Free Game. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's your show.
Well, I mean, how do you do it properly?
All right, y'all. Thanks. Nah, we're out of here. Thank you guys for watching. See you
Just
later.
to hide something. When I put on your album, I know it's lies coming. I jumped off the porch after taking notes. Started making dough and started playing broke. I was making 8 after paying 4. Every week I used to watch my clientele grow. Though I mustache cause I'm shaving coat.